What's good, 99 Dream family? We back at it, episode 52 of the 99 Dream Journey. My name is Julian Taliaferro. Y'all know we coming again with another weekly business update, lessons for the week, and topic for the day, which is uncertainty. And this topic marks the 52nd episode of this entire entrepreneurship journey. So we are officially 1 year into me documenting this entire process. And it's really crazy to think about because it doesn't feel like a year, but then it also only feels like I'm warming up to this entire thing. So I think I have the perfect quote for this week to illuminate this idea. And it's from my mentor, Alexander Laura. And the quote goes, "The value of starting from scratch is that you earn the big picture." And the quote isn't anything too complex, but to start from nothing and then to get something, that's what it's all about. That's the point of everything, and that's why we do it. So I think it showcases that you need to earn what you get. And when you earn it from nothing to something, that makes it all worth it. So again, the quote is, "The value starting from scratch that you earn the big picture," from Alexander Laura. And to move into my business update, this past weekend, I was able to go and attend New York Fashion Week. And for me, it was eye-opening to see how these different brands try to position themselves and maneuver in, I guess, the fashion world and have that brand identity that is distinct and has a unique appeal. And I got a feeling that the best brands you repeatedly see over and over again because they have that such unique touch. And the event that I went to, it had so many brands. They were showcasing brands from 10 a.m. all the way to 11 p.m. So a significant number. And from the time that I was there, from around 1 p.m. to about 8 p.m., only two brands really stuck out to me. And the first brand that stuck out was because of the opening piece. It was a white sort of outfit, jacket, and pants that kind of pushed the boundaries of ready to wear fashion, but it was still wearable. And I don't know, it was a really nice piece. I don't know how to explain it, but that's what got my attention, the first opening piece. And then the second brand had more of an entertainment factor where, in addition to the models, they had dancers that came out in black tight bodysuits and they were in there dancing and stuff on the stage. And it was funny to me, and I was kind of laughing about it because it was so random. But I think that's that entertainment appeal of fashion, to where it's not just fashion, but it's a fashion show. And that was the only brand that I saw that had dancers, and it really brought out that entertainment factor, which made me remember it. So that's the show itself, but I ended up just internalizing fashion and really trying to figure out and just see that it is an art form. It's partly abstract and artistic, but then it's also ready to wear. And how do you mix those two together? Some brands lean all the way towards abstract and produce clothing that you're not going to be able to wear out in public, while others want items that you can wear on a day-to-day basis. So each brand kind of has their own lane, and you have to kind of figure out what that is. And honestly, I left feeling inspired and definitely want to go back. This was my first fashion show experience, so I'm going to try to go to more and more fashion shows and try to dive deeper and deeper into this industry. And that's on that front, but more so looking at my startup and me developing, moving forward in my growth. In a previous episode, I had stated how I was struggling with setting goals. So this past week, I was able to set aside some time with Christy, who is an entrepreneur herself, but also the programs manager for Geekdom. And being able to be in this session, it was very helpful and productive with me going through my main objectives, which I feel are: one, building a platform; second, building a team and advisors; and then third, of just gathering more information and data. And how do I set up milestones and goalposts for me to find things to achieve? And I ended up leaving that session with things somewhat ironed out and having some things that I'm mentally aligned on what I can do moving forward. But then she also gave me a key tip on getting 3 wins a day. So these wins need to be things that actually push forward your business. But when you get these 3 things, you can somewhat go to bed peacefully because you know that you were productive that day and knock 3 things off of the list. So I was hopeful as well with me just figuring out how I can structure my day. And if I set a game plan on knocking 3 things down each day, then I'll end up having something. So that's my business update. And now I can get to my lesson for the week, which I only have one of them. And it's just that at some point you need to make a decision. So I'm not that much of an indecisive person or anything, but I've recently was going back and forth on a decision, and I realized I was just wasting time vacillating between the decision, and I just need to make one. And it's a lesson for myself to just make a decision, but I feel a lot of times everybody can just dwell on a certain decision and just waste time when we could have made that decision a week ago, a month ago, even a year ago, right? Depending on what that is. So that's my lesson for the week. At some point, you need to make a decision. And now I can get into uncertainty, which is my topic. And it's because as I was trying to fly up to the Northeast to go to my New York fashion show, I had a lot of issues going up there. My first flight was canceled out of San Antonio. I then had to rebook through Austin, right? But I almost missed that flight because I only had 2 hours to get there. And it's about an hour 30, hour 45 with traffic. And I wasn't even driving. I had to hitchhike with some other people whose flight got canceled. So we barely made the flight. But then we get on that flight and then we're on ground stop for around 40 minutes and almost not take off. But then we get in the air and we end up flying around for extra 2 hours because we're trying to work with air traffic control and trying to find a slot for us to land. But at the end of the day, we made it. And right, thankfully we were able to make it. But there was a lot of uncertainty throughout. And uncertainty isn't only prevalent with flights. Uncertainty is prevalent through our daily lives and through entrepreneurship. We may have this idea on where we want to go, how long it's going to take. We might have this whole game plan or whole map and roadmap, but we get started driving and we may hit a dead end, and then we have to get out of the car and start walking, and that path may pivot and pivot again. And I think it's just about staying grounded and staying level because we're always going to face uncertainty. And if we stay level, we can stay calm enough to find solutions. And in that moment when I was having all these flight issues, part of me just wanted to not even go up to New York Fashion Week anymore and just say, you know what, I'm going to go home. I'm going to do something different. And I had to realize why I was going up there in the first place. So in the face of uncertainty, I feel you just have to remember the reason and keeping the main thing, and that'll give you the fuel to keep moving forward and face that uncertainty. And that's my topic. And next steps for me are just continue work on the startup, trying to attack these milestones and goalposts that I ended up setting. And that's it for this episode. So, all right, let's get it, y'all. Going to achieve your 99 dream. And it's 99 dream because you are going to achieve your dream. And it will be 100%, but nothing is perfect. So you're going to achieve 99% of that. And let's go and let's get it.